So, as you can tell, the camera is darkened and not as light as it usually is. So, anyways, it's night time now. I'm gonna read Salat al-Fajr now, inshallah, and have a little bit of rest. Hopefully I won't get disturbed and I won't have any intense dreams. I will have done devouring my brain with mind games and inner Philharmonic spins, where it's Mars attack or fuck up into an underworld or vampires who play provoking invoke games to sell your soul and end up in the empire ship of America. Where you turn into werewolves and vampires. Where you are in it for the money, you serve money. And money's the root of all evil, you shoot lines. So, and there's a lot of accusations and complaints arising from what I say and do. But I'm in oneness, and I have no co-pilot. I just stick to wisdom and truthfulness. I share news, good news, and I share signs and miracles, and I share knowledge and wisdom, and enlighten and guide, and accept my role as a messenger of God who says, I am an honest messenger sent to you. I ask no wage for the message I bring. My wage comes from Allah alone. And you shall reverence God and obey me. But like it says in the Surah Hud, such was Ad, they disobeyed God's commandments, and they rejected God's revelations and disobeyed His messengers. Consequently, they suffered and I can't remember how it goes now. Consequently, they incurred condemnation in this world and in hereafter. Indeed, I disbelieved in their Lord. Indeed, people of Hud have perished. So you see, and I'm a human being too, and I worship God alone. I believe in the last day. I don't believe heaven is on earth. I see that God has given us signs and many chances to redeem our souls, to redeem our soul. And just as they're creating juxtapositions of 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 of, of revolutionary ideas, so too is the wisdom inherent that we live in a satanic domain where the truthful messages are rejected, and many people do not reject Satan, and the messages are kind and truthful, but people abuse them, persecute them, and hate them because they're human. They're not werewolves who, at their touch, one turns against his king. And so they all hate God, because God is the king, Lord of the universe, and those in his kingdom are hated because they have a heart. They're not in it for the money. They know God blesses those who worship him, absolutely, and devote their worship absolutely to God alone. Not many people like that in the world. Those who are blessed with lineage, with blessings, achievements that you share with your children. May Allah make you faithful. May Allah make you enlightened. May Allah make you a submitter. May Allah make you consistently observe contact prayers. May Allah make you wise, grant you wisdom. May Allah grant you a place with the righteous, among the righteous. Many things I've said to my children, many things, and it all just means I've blessed myself too by praying for them, by looking at them and seeing their vulnerability and seeing that they're in need of salvation and enlightenment. And the only people who can do that are their parents, because the parents have gone through everything. And if your parents did not in their whole life realize all the chances they had whenever they were attacked or intruded, or whenever they were led astray, with revolutionary ideas that could God create a rock he could not carry. Instead of realizing La ellaaha illallah, which is the Quran, they just kept on shooting knives into the root of all evil, thinking what if we could travel to a time and kill our parents? For them it was tyranny or first place that they were jealous about. Whereas for Semites it's everyone for themselves. No soul shall bear the burden of another soul. You have to realize you're either gang or kala. If you're either in groups of people, or either you're a mob, or either you're alone, either you are democratic, or either you're theocratic, either you're a state or a kingdom. State has no sovereigns. It has no humans, therefore they condemn everyone. Everyone has to carry a weight of evil by shooting lives in the root of all evil, and treacherously pulling humans down, and what goes up must come down. Whereas in the kingdom, there's a sovereign. There's a sovereign in the kingdom, and the sovereign acts in the interest of its people. There's a common good. They like good. They like good, and they like righteousness and honesty and all the righteous attributes, kindness, benevolence. When we tell them, the parable of two wolves, an old Cherokee once said to his grandson, "Let me tell you a parable of about a battle that goes on within all of us, and there's two wolves. One is evil, and it is selfishness, it is egotistical, it is how did it go now? Many things. I sang the song "Parable of Two Wolves." It's available on iTunes, and it is many. I just can't think of anything at the moment. It's very difficult for me to reiterate words that are right, because I'm not made to do that. And one of them is good, and his generosity, his kindness, his benevolence, his truth, his compassion, his faith, his joy, and his peace and serenity. So that's a cat, and that's the difference between a dog and a cat. And the old Cherokee grandson says, "Which one would we win?" And Cherokee says, "The one you feed." Because it's a question of which one will win, or which one should I love. The one you feed wins. What do you feed him? Feeding the blood of humans, and he wins souls. The one you love eats vegetables. You love that. That's the thing, he eats vegetables. That's the thing. There's a consuming pig which will eat anything and looks for snakes of animals, thinks about snakes of animals, and there's a reproducing chicken that eats seeds of plants, and bread and things like that, which the birds eat. They don't eat meat. They're on a strict diet. There's a in the farm. Well, there's a snake and there's a seed. If you swallow your pride, you become a seed. You become a farmer. You're no longer military shooting lines, killing people and feeding on blood of humans. Once you swallow your pride, once you realise what you're doing is compulsive and wrong and evil, that you're attacking an innocent human being who hasn't said anything to you, who you don't know, but is a target in your eyes, who you're shooting lines when he's all evil at, and instead of making him work to stop you from doing it, you shoot straight at him. When I used to play football, so many times, when I used to shoot straight at the keeper. But when I pass, I could pass anywhere. Anywhere on the pitch I could pass. I was very good at passing. In my own way. I never had the chance to play in the top league among good players, because I was always doped out when I got to that age.